one. Don't think that coming back to 6 will be a problem. And as a daughter of Space Blues, I think she should be okay on a rain-softened surface.
She should handle
this
it
afternoon.
Right. Yeah, I think she should. Yeah, she's sort of mildly progressive, isn't she? Really.
Yeah,
as we said at the top of the show, the Charlie Hills team going better now as well. So
yeah.
It gives you a bit of hope for her chance. She's on the drift on the exchange. She's about 4-1. In fact, she's bigger than that now, 9-2.
Blindfold Games been quite strong.
Yeah, quite strong now, being supported for the Rafe Beckett team. And I didn't think the standard that's set by those that had run was particularly high. So I wondered what. So I sort of almost point him in the direction of frantic. I'd like to see a bit more support there.
I think that. I think that Polka Blue is, as you said, mildly progressive, but it's not a frightening standard. So I bunged in frantic.
Yeah, okay. There is money for Hen Party as well. Fred Dunlop and Rob Hornby, the man in form. They're loading up. Let's get a few thoughts with Bernard now.
Angus, yes, thank you very much. Yeah, I tend to agree with what Dave and you were saying. Those who have run so far, they don't set an enormously high standard. Market seems to be well behind Blindfold Games, who was very, very green indeed when she made her debut at Kempton Park earlier this month. If she can take a step forward for that run, she's got to have a good chance in this contest. Certainly at the top of the show I was all over Frantic as well, debutant for the Ed Walker team, just about to come forward into stall number 3. It's a quick look at the betting again. Blindfold Games, the 15-8 favourite. Hen Party 130. Polka Blue 4th. Frantic, the debutant, daughter of Frankel, is 5-1. And for Maine, you'd have to give her a bit of a chance as well for George Bowie. Grace McEntee 8-1. She hasn't done too much wrong in her 2 starts so far. She's been 4th on both occasions. Hen Party coming forward under Rob Hornby for Ed Dunlop. And Polka Blue, Charles Hills, Ben Sanderson. So there they are. Let's get up to John to call them home in the second.
A nice even jump from the gates. Hen Party, perhaps the slowest one away, but Blindfold Games got away well towards the outside of the group. On the stand side, Fermain is also showing some speed. Yahabibti is up there as well, together with Frantic. Racing keenly is Polka Blue now. Right in behind the leaders, but racing very freely indeed. Hen Party has caught up without too many problems, and Vanessa, just a little bit short of room there, shuffles back to last place. So they all head over towards the far side rail. That rail, though, very much pronounced and out this afternoon. The leader, Blindfold Games, with Fermain in second place. 3 in line in behind them. Yahabibti still shaping fine. Frantic with them and Polka Blue. Vanessa next, and then Hen Party, who's now relegated to be last of all. They're climbing uphill with just over a furlong and a half left to go. And now Fermain is putting it up to Blindfold Games to go on now. Polka Blue is in behind them, still with a chance, and then comes Frantic. Hen Party comes next, and then Yahabibti, who drops away. Fermain and Grace McEntee out in front here. Fermain from Polka Blue, and the staying on Frantic over on the far side. Frantic lunging late. Fermain just trying to cling on. May well have done so. It was tight eventually. Fermain, Frantic packed a big finish, and Hen Party down the stand side, not beaten far.
A case of experience getting the better of your debutant here. It looks like Fermain has just held on under an excellent ride from Grace McEntee to see off Frantic, who's made a very pleasing debut for the Ed Walker team under Kieran Schumark. All credit to Fermain, who certainly deserves this success. She hasn't done too much wrong in her 2 starts so far. Placed 3rd at Chelmsford City on her debut, and Yarmouth over 5 furlongs just the other day. It's been a busy month of October for Fermain. She was ridden on her previous 2 starts by Billy Loughnane. Grace McEntee in the saddle today, and it's a case of 3rd time lucky for this daughter of Ardad, who has shown a really likeable attitude, drawn out in stall 7 and has raced prominently throughout. Polka Blue was giving a good effort in the closing stages, has eventually had to settle for 4th. Hen Party has come through to take 3rd, and yeah, certainly the horse who will have caught all eyes here was the debutant Frantic in those green colours with the gold epaulets, and she certainly will be if she has another run, so be it. She may well be put away into winter quarters and brought back next year. I think the Ed Walker team will be perfectly happy with the effort of Frantic, but a deserved success here for Fermain in this, our second race of the afternoon. Grace McEntee, all smiles, having tasted success aboard this daughter of our dad in our second race. Success for Grace McEntee aboard Fermain, trained by George Bowie, in our second contest of the afternoon. One of the more experienced runners in this field, and she has shown a really nice attitude to cling on for success.
Yeah, obviously her two previous efforts were quite promising. Today, on paper, it didn't look like the most race, most depth. Obviously, there's a few unexposed horses in there, which was probably they were the main competition. But obviously, with 2 runs under about, the experience, I think, has kind of helped her today. She jumped well. The plan was always to come across just probably better ground slightly when the ground's soft here. So we went there and she travelled away lovely in 2 to run. I thought I had plenty of horse underneath me. When I asked her, she kind of put the race to bed early enough on. So, good.
It's always nice to ride for George Bowie. You've been kept quite busy for that yard as well. You must be pretty happy with how things are going.
Yeah, no, it was a connection I made when I came back from the States nearly 2 years ago. I actually rode out for George when he only had 5, 6 horses starting off, and so I've always kind of been part of the team in the background. But when I came back from America, I kind of needed a big yard to give me that support. Coming back, obviously, it was always going to be hard to get going again, and lucky enough, he's kind of backed me, and I've become a big part of the team now. I really enjoy it, and hopefully there's bigger, better things to come from there.
You've got a few more chances as well a little bit later on. Which of those are you most looking forward to?
It's probably quite obvious. Marching back in the last. He's a very special horse to me. He's a horse I'm very fond of. Conditions today should suit. Obviously, coming to the last race, it's drying conditions. It's very breezy and sunny here today, so the ground will be drying out. That'd be my only concern, but he won the race last year. He's in good order, so I think he's the one to beat.
Best of luck later on, and well done with this win.
Perfect, thank you.
They're off and racing. A nice even jump from the gates hen party, perhaps the slowest one away, but Blindfold Games got away well towards the outside of the group. On the stand side, Fermain is also showing some speed. Yahabibti is up there as well, together with Frantic. Racing keenly is Poker Blue now. Right in behind the leaders, but racing very freely indeed. Hen Party has caught up without too many problems, and Vanessa, just a little bit short of room there, shuffles back to last place. So they all head over towards the far side rail. That rail, though, very much pronounced and out this afternoon. The leader, Blindfold Games, with Fermain in second place. 3 in line in behind them. Yahabibti still shaping fine. Frantic with them, and Poker Blue. Vanessa next, and then Hen Party, who's now relegated to be last of all. They're climbing uphill with just over a furlong and a half left to go, and now Fermain is putting it up to Blindfold Games to go on now. Poker Blue is in behind them, still with a chance, and then comes Frantic. Hen Party comes next, and then Yahabibti, who drops away. Fermain and Grace McEntee out in front here. Fermain from Poker Blue, and the staying on Frantic over on the far side. Frantic lunging late. Fermain just trying to cling on. May well have done so. It was tight eventually. Fermain, Frantic packed a big finish, and Hen Party